Hey YouTube, what's going on again? It's Tay Armstrong. Alright, so this video here was requested by one of my subscribers. I can't remember his name right now. I wrote it down, but I forgot my information inside the barracks. So you know me, I don't do stuff. I don't like to write stuff down. I like to go freehand and freehand. That make no sense. Freehand, or off the top. So let's get into this video, right? So this video here, the topic is going to be, as you see, is going to be 5 pros and 5 cons of being an idiot Mike. I don't even know if I actually, honestly, I don't even know if I actually got 5 or not, because the pros kind of outweigh the cons, and there's not really a lot of bad stuff associated with being an idiot Mike. That's not already expected. So yeah, let's just go and see how far I can get as far as naming the pros and cons. So I'm gonna start with the cons first, because the cons are really obvious, So cons being idiot Mike. Number one, as far as like being an idiot Mike, which is pretty much a truck driver, being deployed, being in garrison, or if you have missions, regardless of the situation, you most likely, if you're a driver, you get minimum sleep. And what I mean is, like, the army says you need at least 4 hours to function properly, throughout the day or whatever. At least minimum of 4 hours. They say 6 to 8, but you don't always get 6 to 8 hours. As long as you have 4 hours of sleep, you're good, and that's what they go by. So as long as you get at least 4 to at least 6 hours of sleep, you should be good. But most of the time, if you're on a mission and you deployed, or depending on what your company is and what kind of missions you get and stuff like that, you really don't get as much sleep as you need to or you want to. So there's been a lot of missions that I've been on where I was like literally falling asleep at the wheel, or like while we driving, you start swaying back and forth. I'm not the only one, everybody does it. There's different stuff you can do to keep yourself awake, but it's only a matter of time before you start feeling that heaviness in your eyes and that yawning and getting really tired. When you're deployed, what's supposed to happen is that your TC, which is also the secondary driver of the truck, is supposed to be able to switch with you, in case you get to the point where you can't drive anymore when it comes to like long missions or driving for long distances at a time. But that's not always the case. Some people, their TCs normally be like, a higher up, like, maybe a sergeant or even an officer. And most of the time they don't drive. So if you're stuck in a truck where you got a TC that is an officer, you best believe you're gonna be driving the entire time. If you have to drive like 18 hours, 10 hours, whatever, you're gonna drive the entire time. And when it comes to NCOs, NCOs, their job is to pretty much, supervise or keep track of where you're supposed to be going, tell you directions, stuff like that. So if you get a truck with one of those guys too, or NCOs, most of the time you're gonna be driving by yourself. If you get somebody like a specialist and below, or somebody of equal rank, most of the time you'll be able to switch, and so that way it's better for both y'all. As long as you both dispatch on the truck that you're driving, it will be good for you. Because then that way y'all can switch when y'all need to switch, and you don't have to worry about falling asleep or crashing or getting an accident and stuff like that. So I'll say that's like one of the main things about being an idiot Mike is lack of sleep. Energy drinks helps a lot. Music helps a lot, but they only help for so much. Like, energy drinks they keep you awake until that point when you get to pee. Until that point when you get to pee so bad and you can't focus on nothing else but trying to pee. That will definitely keep you awake, all right. or like having music. After a while, depending on sorry about that, my alarm went off. So music, when it comes to music, now music can be entertaining sometimes, But you get to mix it up or have a little different kind of music in your playlist and all that, so that way it keeps you alert and awake. Cause listen to the same thing, listen to rap all day long. After a while, that shit start getting annoying, start making you get headaches and all that. Yeah. So that's number one for the cons. Number two, the as far as being an idiot Mike, this is actually a con. Having too much downtime. What I mean is, when you don't have missions and you don't have anything that's going on at all, and you're just waiting for stuff to happen, mission like being an idiot Mike and having nothing to do is like killer, because you can sit around in the motor pool all day long, not do shit, and be bored of your mind. And that's how a lot of people end up getting in trouble and shit like that, because they find stuff to entertain themselves, keep themselves busy to pass the time. Or that's when also, if too much downtime means that NCO's got plenty of time to figure out shit for you to do, call it busy work, such as, like I have done before, sweep the motor pool. The motor pool could be sandy as shit. It could be the ground itself could be sand. Oh, sweep the motor pool. That's something to do. You bored? You sweep the motor pool. I had to mop my motor pool one time in the rain. I don't know what kind of form of what's it called, duty that was, but to tell your soldiers to go and sweep the motor pool because it's dirty in the rain, that shit is ridiculous. That's the kind of shit that idiot Smikes do when they're not like friggin' engaged in mission or driving at all. Do dumb shit like that. Police call. Alright, police call is understandable, You go clean up the motor pool, keep it clean, keep the area clean. Cigarette butts, trash, all that stuff, gotta keep your area clean. But when we start doing dumb shit like shoveling sand or friggin' setting up tents for just to break it back down again and stuff like that, it's like really, like, it really gets a lot of people complaining and stuff like that. So that would be number two con, a lot of downtime. Too much downtime, I should say. Alright, number three. You already know that accidents is always a big thing when it comes to idiot Mikes. Being an idiot Mike is always risk of getting in an accident or causing an accident, taking someone's life or taking your own life, stuff like that. It's always a big issue. So as far as like that goes, I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's not a topic I really like to talk about. 'Cause I don't want to jinx anybody or jinx anything out here or wherever. I had never been in an accident, so I like to keep it that way. So I don't want to talk too much about it, and then I get in an accident. So, yeah. So we're gonna move on. Number four. Another con of being an idiot Mike. I mean, you know what? I really can't think of anything else as far as like as far as bad being an idiot Mike. You know what? I mean, I'll just say it's three things then, cause I can't think of anything else. Alright, so let's get into the pros. Pros of being an idiot Mike. Let's start off with the first and obvious benefit of all: being able to use your skill or your trade in the civilian world. Once you finish with the army, you decide you want to leave or whatever, you can transfer, you can use your whatever you learn as an idiot Mike in the army to civilian life, which means you could be able to drive in civilian life as a truck driver in numerous fields of truck driving jobs. I'm gonna get ready to walk. I'm doing some laundry right now, so I gotta walk to the laundry room. So I'll talk and walk at the same time. So yeah, that is one thing right there. Is being able to drive in a civilian world after you complete idiot Mike. Because all you gotta do is once you already get ready to leave or get your information to leave, you can get a waiver from your commander to get the CDL license. And all you have to do is take the written test instead of the road test. You won't have to take the road test once you get a waiver from the commander, because you already have the experience of driving trucks, medium, big, large. So the only thing you will have to do is actual
written test. So depending on the state that you're in, that's something that you might want to check with the DMV and find out exactly what you need to do. All right. Pro number 2, you get to travel a lot. Being 88 mics, most everywhere, being part of like transportation corps in the military is a huge deal, because everywhere you go, they use 88 mics. They use us for transportation, like whether it be food, whether it be ammo, whether it be people, whether it be whatever it is. If we can move on wheels, we can move it. And something being 88 mic, you get to travel from place to place. In Germany, you get to travel a lot. You get to see actual different countries and stuff like that. In Korea, you get to see different areas of Korea. Being an 88 mic, driving around. When you go to the Middle East, you get to drive around different countries the same way. Even in the States, you get to drive between. If you've never been out of your state before, you actually get the experience of going to different states. So that's it. That's a pro. Number 3. Next pro is, how hard to say, is downtime. I know I said it was a con before, but it's also could be a pro, because after all that work that you do, and after driving like 18 hours and finally getting a day off, oh man, it's wonderful. Even a day itself is wonderful compared to just not getting anything at all. So I would say number 3 is also downtime. So you get some time to reflect, get some time to think for yourself, you get some time to do what you gotta do. If you're religious and all that, you get some time to go to church or have a little church session and all that. Alright. Number 4, being again, I can't think of anything, so let me see. I can't think of anything right now. I should just name this like 3 pros and 3 cons, guys. I can't think of anything else as far as like being pros and cons, because this is just based off my experience, and this is what I've been through and what I had to deal with. So that's what I'm going on. So I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna upload another one soon, so stay tuned. Subscribe, hit the notification button. Every Sunday I'm gonna start uploading videos. Whenever I get my time off, most of these on Sundays, so you guys gonna see more videos on Sundays, hopefully popping up. Yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up on my IG. It's gonna be in the description below, or leave a comment in the message. So yeah, stay strong, peace, love y'all.